Hi, hello again. Welcome back to my SketchUp Free or for Web tutorial series. We will be working on the third figure, which is this. Let's zoom in. You can see that this time the units used are in inches. So let's begin by clicking on the drop-down arrow and select decimal inches. Okay, now you can set up your screen this way where it is shown as a split screen, or you can also have your guide placed on the SketchUp workspace. To do that, go to your folder where your guide is and then just drag and drop to your SketchUp workspace. Select as image because you are using the guide as an image. Now click on any surface. You can click on tie and then just move your cursor and then click. You can move the guide to the side and click anywhere convenient to you, and then click on tie. Okay, that seems good. Now you can fix the angle of your guide by using your rotate tool, but this is not necessary, okay? Only if you like to. So just use your rotate tool. Click on the edge and click along red axis. So this is a lot easier to view. Okay, let's begin by starting with the base. So there are many ways to form the SketchUp model. Just like in AutoCAD, there are multiple ways to create the same object. Now, I will be showing you two ways. First is I will be making the outline first. So let's use the pencil tool. Let's move this again to the side. Now let's use the pencil tool. Click on the origin. Now along the red axis, type in 50. Along the green axis, move your pencil forward. That is 27. And then to the left, that is 15. It is on your guide. And then move forward to, take a look, it's 26. By the way, the guides will be provided for you. And then move again along red axis, type in 15. Same thing, check your guide. That's going to be 27. Move forward. And then along red axis, that would be 50 again. And along green axis, close it. Okay, now you have your base. So push this to a height of 10 using your push and pull tool, and then type in 10. Okay, so this is our first base by making the outline first. Now to lock everything in, right click, select everything first, right click, and then make group. Okay, now for me personally, I just prefer having the guide fixed on the right. So let me do that. Well, it just depends on how you want to set up your workspace, but this works best for me. So let's move this base and let's try another way of making the base, this time by using your rectangle tool. Okay, now click on your rectangle tool or type in R in your keyboard. Click on the point of origin. X value is 50, and then Y value is 80. So that would be 50, comma 80. Now, as you can see here, there is a small rectangle for the hollow portion that's gonna be 15, comma 26. So the same thing, make a small rectangle on the side. Click anywhere, that's gonna be 15, comma 26. Now, click on the plane, and then with your move tool, click on this edge, and then move this to this line by clicking on the midpoint. That's it. Now with your eraser tool, erase this line. So Personally, I think this is a lot quicker because it has a fewer clicks. Now push this to a height again of 10. Okay, that's it. Now, same thing, select everything and then right click, make group. Okay. So that's two ways on how to make the base. There are still other ways to make the base, but let's just limit it to two. Okay, next we're gonna make this part, this part of the figure. So the base is 20, 60. Now you can use your pencil tool or your measuring tape tool as a guide. So let's use this first because we've already used the pencil multiple times. So just type in 60. You can actually see a small point here. And then from here, you can snap it on directly. Type in 20. And then with the use of your guide, type in 60 again. So these are your guidelines. These are so convenient when you want to make windows, doors, or openings to your walls. So more on that later. Now with the use of your rectangle tool, click on your guides and up to the corner. So you now have a plane. So same thing, click on it and then make group. Now let's undo everything, and not everything, but just up to that. Another way of making this part of your figure is by using your rectangle tool. So let's use your rectangle tool. Click on this part. Now, since my origin is on here, then the X value is gonna be, well, let's try 20, comma 60. Okay, so same thing. Now double click and then right click, make group. So you can, again, you can use pencil, you can use the tape measuring tool and the rectangle tool. So let's continue. Push this to a height of 25. Type in 25. And same thing, you have the option to use your pencil tool. That's going to be 20 from this corner. And then do this. Okay. Now you can also click on this line, select this line, and with your move tool here, now click on or press on your control button and then see you just made a copy. So type in 20. That's it. Now, with the use of your pencil tool, draw a diagonal line from this corner to the line edge here. Next, with the use of your push tool, give me a second. With the use of your push and pull tool, push on this plane and click on the edge. So that's it. It's that simple. Now you are done with your figure. Now let's take a look at the guide. We need to add the dimensions and then turn the background to white and color this to yellow. Plus, yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's delete the other base that we made. Now the good thing about having groups is that it's very convenient when you wanna edit your objects. So, okay, like if you want to move this, it doesn't really drag the other base because they're separate groups. Okay, now let's change the style first. So let's go to your style and then select on the style that has the white background. So let's click on this. Yep, looks close enough. And then let's color your figure by clicking on materials and select yellow. I think it's a lighter yellow. You can use whatever material you want, but I kind of want to stick close to the guide. So you can, I think it's this yellow. Yep. Wait, let me check. Let me check. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, add the dimensions. We start with the base first. And then get the dimensions on the sides. I think we are done. Well, we do need the dimension for this. You can place it on the model or outside, whatever whatever you prefer. Okay, I guess that's it. Okay. Now that looks as close to our guide. So we do need to change the angle. So how do we do that? Go to your scenes and then go click on parallel projection under camera and then select isometric. Okay, wow. Okay. That's close to our guide. Now we want to get rid of, we want to turn off our axis. Where do you click on that? Click on display and then turn off your axis. The axis refers to your green, red, blue lines. Okay, wow, we are done. It's that fast. Now, same thing, same process. If you want to save the PNG file or the picture file, click on this and let's save our work. Yes, purge all. Click on this. Now, this is now our figure 3. Let's type in the file name, figure 3. Save. That's it for this video. Now I'll be making a few more mechanical figures and hopefully we can touch in simple house projects. So that's it for today's tutorial video. I hope you learned something new again. Now, if you have any questions, just throw them in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.